This video contains adult content. Viewer discretion is advised. And if you are watching this video, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below.
In this world, in my balls, my word. I ain't breaking that for nobody, keep it real, you heard. See the slim in this bitch, little buddy, you might heard. And I'm colder than a freezer on top of an iceberg.
What it do, my peeps? Welcome to the very first episode of Kicking It Strong with your boy, Tony Strong. Got my first guest here, man, the Total P.I.M.P. You know him, you love him, and you cheer for him. The Total P.I.M.P. What it do, pimp?
What it do? What it do?
Same old shit, just different flies, man. You know,
Man, that's a fly. I like that. But I am the P.I.M.P., the perfect, independent, motivated professional, if you didn't know. But yeah, I'm studying because this man just gave me some Crown Royal, which is sitting right here on this table. I appreciate you.
Not a problem.
Right on.
So today, it's been a hot topic on social media today about this speaking out movement. And as I say, it's more than a movement, it's mandatory. Protect our sisters in wrestling, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Today, especially today, it has been a hot topic about certain individuals creeping back in the game and doing shady shit like forever. You know what I mean? And I got a couple of friends that's out of Texas that look at Texas wrestling. You know what I mean? They're also independent wrestlers. And they say, man, this is giving Texas a bad name. You know what I mean?
But why should it give Texas a bad name? That has nothing to do with the good wrestlers. Yes, there's some bad scenes in here, just like there's some bad cops.
Yeah.
But does that make all the cops bad, just like all of Texas wrestling?
Well, I mean, if you know that there's a perv, if you know that there's this, that, and the third, and we trying to protect our sisters from these pervs, if you allow this, I mean, I feel like you just as bad as the perv.
Exactly. Just like we shouldn't allow bad cops in America. So why are we just sitting out, just bookers letting these bookers book them?
Exactly. That's what gives Texas
don't
the
make no
bad
sense.
name.
Yeah.
That situation right there.
Yeah.
Because they keep booking them, they keep seeing them, they keep running the train to them, and regardless of the fact,
It's because some of them just got comfortable. It became the norm. It became, oh, that's him. It's okay.
yeah,
Some of them is just not around anymore from last year. So
yeah. But it's like you had a few people on Facebook, on social media, call these pervs and pedophiles and call them out. They called them out. They blasting them. Wrestlers went on this whole spree. I refuse to work for anybody who worked with this person and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But then again, turn around on the flip side, these same people say nothing when these people creep back into the fold. Now you have a few that stand firm on their ground, and I give those guys props. You know who you are, you stand firm on your ground. That's what's up, much love, much respect. But you got these other guys, these pretenders, who say, okay, I'm just in it for the money, so I'm a book whoever. Forget integrity, forget policing the business, forget all that. You know what I mean?
well, just recently, a promoter just run a show that had a person there, and it calls attention towards this person. But other wrestlers, they went to that show anyway.
Yeah.
Was he there? I don't know. I wasn't there, but I heard that he was there anyway. Did it hurt the business as a whole? That's the question. Do it. Because wrestling will always be wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Since back in history.
Yeah.
But just because of these events that's been going on recently, does it really hurt the business? In Texas, yes, it is centered in Texas because we are a big state. We are what's popping right now. But that's not saying what's happening in the other states because they're not getting attention. There's pedophiles everywhere.
Everywhere.
Just not centered here in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's pedophiles in the business that's everywhere from, I know, Kansas. What up, y'all? And y'all know there's been some stuff up there too. So,
But here's the deal. You got heavy hitters in the indie wrestling game in Texas. Like names, like people, not gonna name names, but you got heavy hitters who's been on this call out thing. Heavy hitters with names who hold weight.
Right.
That's why it's looked at as like, wow, you know, how can y'all allow this to go on? How can these people still be looked at on these pedestals when this is happening?
Right.
You know, it's just like Hollywood with the Hollywood producers. Come to find out, they were screwing people for years, raping people for years. And for years it was like, okay, that's how it is, that's the norm. And then once this Me Too or speaking out thing came about, put them on blast. But what Hollywood did, they stopped letting these directors direct movies. These actors, they stopped booking these actors. They hurt their pockets. Come on, Texas. Come on, man. We got to do better. Let's tighten up.
You have a platform right here, and you know what? Word of mouth, and what's going on right now with social media. I think what's going to happen. These people is going to eventually be out the business.
They're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to.
It's gonna have to, because you can't.
I mean, just
you can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Like, we can't keep sending people to these predators, or people going to these predators and thinking, oh, well, I'm finna learn. Especially our sisters in wrestling. Our sisters are in this same struggle. They go to these guys, they see these guys, and these guys tell them, well, you know, if you want to get inside WWE, we got to, you know what I mean?
oh man,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And we heard about it in Hollywood. We was like, nah, that's Hollywood, man. You know, we ain't there living that life, but we are.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same exact thing.
Speaking of which, I mean, it was in the business a long time ago. I mean, I recently saw episode of Dark Side of the Ring.
I love that show.
Me too.
I love that show.
And I binge watched a whole lot of episodes.
You got to.
The Great Moolah.
Fabulous Moolah?
My bad. The Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, so, that stories had that she was a pimp back in the day with Sweet Georgia Brown.
Yeah.
All those girls, like she was a pimp back in the day. She was. But that's what I'm saying. Texas is that old school, gritty, grimy wrestling state. And when it comes to keeping it old school, Texas keep it old school, and that's pimping out and trying to tell females they got to sleep their way to the top is as old school as wrestling as it get, and it needs to stop. We got to do better.
Yes.
Come on, Texas.
Come on.
We got to do better.
Come on, y'all.
But right now, what I want to do, I want to give props to this is the part where I want to give props to a wrestler that I feel like. This is a professional wrestler, someone who's been to, you know, WWF, WCW, who I feel like is completely underrated. Under talked about, maybe a little old school. Some of y'all young cats may not know who I'm finna mention. But I have to give a shout out to beautiful Bobby Eaton. The reason why I throw his name out there is because he was 100% technical wrestling mixed with flash. If you look at anything beautiful Bobby Eaton did, it was flashy, but it was technical and it made sense. If you want to learn how to wrestle, other than going to school, you want some study material, study beautiful Bobby Eaton. He's the perfect study. Study. I just want to give a shout out. Underrated wrestler, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
That's nice.
So I'm like I said, man, I'm sitting here with the Total P.I.M.P, man. How the P.I.M.P for these folks who don't know, man, please introduce yourself.
Well, I am the P.I.M.P, you know what I'm saying? So, which is the professional of Texas right now. I epitomize. I can't even say that word because the crown got to go. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Epitomize. I got you.
It's on my new dictionary right now. But when I'm from California, you know what I'm saying? I was born in the streets, concrete jungle of South Central Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? And I never gang bang. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, from Tupac, a rose that grew from a concrete, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? I'm that rose that grew from concrete, in the goodness of God's grace. You know what I'm saying? I'm a faithful man of God. You know what I'm saying? And also I've seen a lot of things on the streets too. So, which made me a man. I mean, I didn't get away cleanly, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I got away, which is great. And wrestling, when I moved to Texas and I found wrestling, it was something that I took to automatically. It was just not automatically. I'm gonna take that back because at first it was weird. I didn't like it, especially the first couple of days of my training. Like shit, it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But I was inspired to just come back. I'm a ball player, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on the streets just playing ball, and I went to church.
You went to church?
I went to church.
You went to church. Hold on. Now I see where the name Pimp come from.
Well,
It's that preacher stuff.
well,
I'm pimping for the Lord. You pimping for the Lord.
well, I mean, when I was a teenager, I was about the Lord, you know what I'm saying? I was a youth minister.
Oh,
Yeah.
a minister pimp. That's dangerous.
I do know the word. I do know my Bible, but I do know the streets. I won't talk about my daddy, but you know, Papa Rose and Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
And back in the 70s and seeing those men back there, I mean, you see a lot of stuff. My daddy had a Cadillac, powder blue. He was blue. And I loved it as a kid. Now, I didn't love it then. I was like, oh my God, this thing was huge. It was big. But man, my daddy he loved it. You know what I'm saying? But he was, I don't want to talk about the Crips and Bloods. That's a whole different subject. I was about to go there.
I ain't man. Listen, I ain't trying to get shot up when I go outside. Got 19 motherfuckers in my yard to my soup. Boo! You know what I mean? We ain't living that type of life no more.
Yeah, nah. That's why where it is. It's all about America. It's about who you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a perfect, independent, motivated professional. I am a grown-ass man who graduated from the streets. I don't need money from the streets no more.
Right.
I already got paid from the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right now, I'm having fun with life, especially with you. Right now.
That's what's up, man. So back in the gap, man. On the streets of LA, growing up. Did you watch wrestling? Was wrestling a thing?
I did. You know what? It was only a thing with me because I was the only person that really watched wrestling, and they thought it was weird. Oh my God, I gotta go home and watch wrestling. They look, cuz, really?
Come on, cuz. Come on.
Yeah. It was weird in them, but I don't know. It was just something that I've always watched. I like Macho Man. You know, that was my dad's favorite wrestler, and I love watching Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Yeah.
So who was your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler, personally.
Don't say Hulk Hogan.
No. Honestly, it was it was Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect.
I mean, you can't get past his promos, his shooting, his football, his gum spitting. And not just that, he performed it in the ring. Everything he did was on point, from the perfect plex to everything he did. You know
so why do you think he couldn't elevate to the world heavyweight champion? Why do you think they kept him at the mid card?
Man, you tell me. I want to know.
I don't know.
As a fan of Mr.
A book
Perfect,
of Mr. Perfect would have been my champion. Like,
Hey,
you know, and you'd have had to be better than Perfect to beat him.
right?
You'd have had to be like Brock Lesnar to you just had to beat him into submission. Like, that's how Brock win his matches.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna dump you on your neck until you can't move no more, and then I'm gonna pin you 1, 2, 3. That's how I go. But back to the lecture at hand. I gotta say, and I gotta give a shout out right now to one of my favorite wrestlers, man. My homeboy T-Ray, man. That's one of my favorite wrestlers. Bro. I've been in the ring with him years ago. I've watched him wrestle. I followed his career. I've watched him grow, man. And I gotta give you a shout out, man. T-Ray, y'all check him out, man. He's gonna be on the show soon, but y'all check him out.
Check him out.
That's
what a good man he is. Good man he is.
Yeah, I like being in the locker room with him. He's always chilling and he always got a laugh going on.
Right. Much love to you.
One thing I do see when I do step in the ring, especially with a lot of these cats that just started or, been in the game for about 3-4 years, only thing they really want to do, every move is a hot spot. Like I was in Dallas one time, man, and I asked this dude, I'm like, okay, bro, you know, like, what's up? What's going down? He was like, Hurl Carano, Snap Mare, Super Kick. I'm like, hold on, what you talking about? You know? And what gets to me is these moves that look cool. And they see them on TV, but they look cool. So they want to combine all these cool moves together and think it's going to be a cool match.
Yep.
That gets on my nerves. You know what I mean? Because
Preach.
I'm old school. I'm from the old school. Jake the Snake was one of my top favorite wrestlers. He's in my top 3. And his move was the DDT.
Yes.
The DDT now is basically cosmetic. When a person in the ring lost, he got oh shit, I don't know what else I'm gonna do to him. DDT. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these, oh man, I hate the flippy stuff. Cause I am a flippy stuff guy. You know what I mean? I do the flippy stuff. But it's, you know, I try to place it well and go off the advice the old school folks giving me. So I say that to say, when you see a cat in the ring, a young cat that you know got more talent than what he's showing, but he's doing all these, how can I put it, moves that, cliche moves as I call them.
Cliche moves.
What advice would you give to them to get off that cliche move tip?
Oh man, the best advice, and I guess you'll hear from any old school, is slow down.
Slow down.
Just slow down. No matter what you got, no matter what they put together, they can put all kind of 10 moves in one little spot. But if you slow down them 10 moves and break it down a little bit, that whole 10 moves can be a whole damn match.
Yeah.
Basically, slow down. You ain't gotta work that hard. And especially if the crowd loves what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I go by the crowd. When I hear my name, the crowd chanting me, I love it. I go by it. And it gets me. Hey, they say one more, I'm doing one more.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to say, you know what I'm saying, one more and then do something else different.
Yeah.
Nah, give them what they want.
Give them what they want.
Give them what they want. We there to perform and entertain for the crowd. Because if it wasn't for them, crowd for you, then while you in the ring, you just in the ring just
Taking up space.
taking up space, just doing moves, and all you hear is crickets.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Then you see teenagers and kids, or basically teenagers and adults on their phone. You see kids running around. Because they not interested on what them 10 moves you done put together in one spot. You done made it boring down.
Yeah.
They don't know. They're confusing. Like, whoop, 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 flip, 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 flip. Like, huh? What was that?
What was that? What
Shit.
happened?
And now he's back up.
So would you take that back to their training? Would you say they not trained to go? You know what I mean? If you want to be trained to go ahead and get your TTG gear right now, today. You can get it. Let everybody know you trained to go. So whether it's in the gym, whether you at home chilling, whether you want to go out to the store, that way you can know that everybody know you trained to go. Don't forget to pick it up today. And that goes back to the way they say it don't matter where you train. It matter how you train. Like, I ran into a lot of indie wrestlers that say, I got trained by such and such, this person and that person. I'm like, well, I never heard of that person. And they like, well, he been in the indies like 12 years. Like, wow, really? Wow, okay. And they train to come out really, really good. But then you hear this person like, yeah, I've been trained by this ex-WWE star who, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they suck monkey balls.
I've seen it.
You know what I mean? So it's not about where you train, who trained you. It's about how you train and how you apply that training in the ring.
Yes, that's great advice right there. Great advice.
So you mentioned earlier that, you know, you growing up in the streets of LA, you know, you was watching wrestling in the streets of LA. What was one of your favorite moves from back then? Like,
my favorite moves was the perfect plex.
the perfect plex.
I mean, to do the plex and then to bend backwards and to do it like with ease and whatever. And I would say that one, The sleeper hold from I don't know. I mean, any sleeper hold.
Any sleeper hold, just anybody.
But what stand out, I mean, Ric Flair did do it the best.
Ric Flair did the figure four.
No, he did the finger flow, but when he did the sleeper hold, because I've seen matches when he just do it.
Oh yeah.
But that wasn't, yes, the finger four was his finisher.
Yeah.
But when he applied it. But the finisher for the sleeper hold was Jake the Snake.
Speaking of finishers, man, what's your finisher?
The big boots.
The big boot. What you call that?
And in the beginning, when I first trained it was the ego trip.
The ego trip.
The ego trip.
Okay, now take us down the road on how you came up with the ego trip.
Well, because when you always into yourself, you talking and talking, because you in your ego. You turn around, it's always something to stop your mouth.
And that's a boot.
Like my boot. I'ma stop it.
You heard it right here. The best way to stop somebody from talking trash, kick them right in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
So now what you call it?
But now it has evolved into the shotgun.
The shotgun
boot.
That's the shotgun. So since you've been wrestling, I'm pretty sure you done been in the ring with, a bunch of people, bunch of good wrestlers, bunch of bad wrestlers.
I've been in the ring with a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing that ever happened to you while you was in the ring? Like you in the ring, like how did that go like that? What's the dumbest thing that done happened to you? Every indie wrestler that had this dumb situation, the way they ended, like, all right, how did it?
There's a lot of moments. I mean, it's indie wrestling.
I mean,
it happens every time.
I mean, the one that made you almost laugh.
Okay, I don't mention names. I'm not gonna mention no names, but a boob popped out in the ring in the middle of the spot.
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Whoa, that don't supposed to be right." Okay, one spot. One show. I think I stopped the whole freaking spot, the whole match, and I ran out the ring because I heard, and I was at a lucha show, and I heard nigga. Oh. And I said, now I was in the middle of running the ropes. I said, hold up, bro. What? And I just kayfabe my ass. I stopped everything and I went down and I said, say it again. I'm right here. This when I was pimp. I was a heel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was a bad guy. You don't disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I'm doing. I'm kicking your ass because I will get you too. You know what I'm saying? So, and they calls, they're like, oh, this is serious. Yeah.
This nigga's serious.
So I'm like, okay, y'all good? Good? Okay. Got back, get right back to the spot. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin whatever the fuck he just did. Hit him in the face. So have you ever had a fan like go off, like how pissed off have you made people? Because I know the gimmick pisses people off sometimes.
The worst was in the beginning when I used to have an escort.
An escort? Like you hired an escort, like for real?
Hire.
You had a valet.
Escort.
Okay,
valet,
like you had an escort.
I graduated from the streets. The bitch already paid me, so.
I can dig it.
But back then, working up down in the South, those Hispanic men didn't appreciate seeing a young black man like me walking around with a Hispanic woman. So me running my mouth as a heel, because as a heel, I would get you. You know what I'm saying? So, and they got really, really teed off. And I don't know, was they a biker gang? I don't know. It was someone said biker gang. I said, I don't care. I'm in their face. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So legit, they got pissed off after the show. Like I had to have security and they wanted to kick my ass, like legit. Like we trying to tell them, like, it's work, like, come the fuck. No! I had to get an escort to get the fuck out of there.
Damn. They wanted to get you.
They wanted to get me.
They tried. You was almost stabbed up.
Good ass.
Straight up. So for those out there that don't know, man, they think, you know, when they hear pimp, first thing they think is somebody on the streets doing their thing with women and disrespecting, man. So I want you to clarify right now to everybody out there watching, all y'all, listen, what does P.I.M.P mean? Tell them so they
See,
so
with
us
all
and
this,
the fans
this
would know.
speaking out movement coming up and all this shit, you know, y'all ain't never heard my name coming up, even culture clashing, whatever you want to call it. I say clashing, cancel, whatever. Cancel my motherfucking ass, please, because I'm not on the streets. I'm not pimping women. The hell, I got shit. I'm good. Like I said earlier, bitch already paid me. Y'all remember the song back from Two Shirt? Bitch better have my money.
Yeah.
Bitch, yeah, right. But goddamn, how many times you guys slap a bitch? Like how many times? Pimps don't need to be slapping bitches no more. They need to be professional about
Professional. So it ain't about gorilla pimping.
It's not about gorilla. It's not about pimping at all right now.
all.
Like I said, I graduated from the street.
Graduated.
Because right now, I can be a referee today. I can be a coach to the real pimps because I know some real pimps.
A coach, a pimp coach.
Exactly. And
Well,
I
I
know
like
the
that.
rules of the game. Why? Because I said I'm from the concrete jungle. I seen it.
Seen it. Been there.
Been there. You know, I ain't done it, but I seen it.
I seen it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's what's up.
but at the same time, when I synced it, I learned it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm older, I've graduated from it. And now that I graduated from it, I became a man. And now I know what to do with the game. And the game is for us men. For us men to be men. To know what's happening on the streets, to be professional, to know when a young man is stupid and not to go off and want to whoop his ass, because we got to be professional about this. We got to be professional no matter what we do from our job, even from the white men that call me, you know, we got to put our white voice out. Yes, sir. Like, yeah, you know, that's the professional about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The independent is be yourself, be who you are. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am, and I'll always be who I am. You know what I'm saying? I will have no one to tie me down. Not no bitch, not no hoe. Cause like I said, I graduated from the streets. I don't need to slap them bitches no more. They going to another pimp who need them hoes.
Straight up.
Motivated.
Straight down.
Because I'm always motivated. You gotta be motivated. Like you said, these young cats in the game is not motivated. They want to be spot bugging, but they're not motivated enough to entertain the crowd, to know, to appreciate the words that's coming out of Vet's mouth. You know what I'm saying? To sit there and shut up when it comes to the young greens that's in the back who think they know it all. But they don't know it all. They go to the gym. Most of y'all need to go to the gym, fat asses. Y'all working, y'all doing all this shit, but all y'all working out. Most of y'all fat, most of y'all skinnies, and I see most of y'all has been in the game for a while. And I seen it. I synced it.
He seen it.
But most of y'all haven't improved in the gym, cardio. Most of y'all still blown up. Most of y'all still huffing and puffing in the back. Mm-hmm. When I was young, yes, when I first started the game, I was a skinny mother. Tayshaun Prince skinny.
Ah! Whoa.
Y'all know who Tayshaun. Y'all know who that man is.
Whoa.
Probably the boniest dude in the NBA.
Whoa.
But when I stepped in that ring, I was his size. And I said, I'd be goddamn if I'm about to let these big motherfuckers whoop my ass. Because you know why? Like I said, I'm from the streets. I got jumped by gangs plenty of times.
Right? Okay.
So you think I'm finna come to Texas and have some Texas motherfucker whoop my ass? No. I stayed in the ring and I became who I am. I was motivated enough to be who I am.
Motivation.
The P.I.M.P. made me throughout all my, I guess, life.
Trials and tribulations.
Trials and tribulations. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I took it and I learned it. I learned from it, and I graduated from it. Like I said, you gotta listen and take hold from these old people, from anybody that's old. Wisdom. A lot of people don't have wisdom. A lot of y'all are smart. There's a lot of smart men, but not a lot of y'all are wise. and you gotta be wise in the game.
Gotta be wise in the game. You gotta be wise in the game. Speaking of wisdom, nothing says wisdom like showing everybody that you can lead. And nothing says leadership like being alpha. Everything alpha, no matter what you do in life, be it at the gym, be it at work, be it in the ring, be it just chilling, be it on the phone, be it with women. You gotta let everybody know you alpha, you the leader of the pack. You let everybody know what's going down, be you male or female, no matter what you claim, you gotta be alpha. And if you wanna be alpha, get your alpha gear today too, to let everybody know everything you do is alpha. Before we wrap this up, man, tell everybody, tell the fans where they can find you at, where they can catch you at, what you got going on, when, where, how, who's, and what's it.
All right, y'all can catch me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram finally. Find me under, you can type in Total P.I.M.P, Total P.I.M.P, whatever, that's me. Find me on there. I'm at the AWR shows, that's on San Marcos and New Braunfels. I think this Wednesday is coming up, going to be
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Taco something.
That's racist. That's racist. I'm just saying.
But I don't know. But Wednesday, y'all come out, eat some tacos on Cinco de Mayo.
I'm Cinco de Mayo.
But yeah, you can catch me on let's catch me on Texas indie scene.
All right, y'all, man. We gonna get up out of here, man. This has been the first episode of Kicking It Strong, man. I want to thank everybody who chimed in, who tuned in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. That's how it go down, man. Show love, grow love, man. Protect our sisters. It's not a movement. It's mandatory. Believe that.
Church.
Smoking on my own shit.